Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make is frosting. We're going to make vanilla buttercream frosting. I'm going to be using a solid shortening though to make it. So I know there are some people out there that don't like solid shortening, so this recipe might not be for you. But if you are looking for different types of buttercream frostings and chocolate and vanilla, please check out my channel because I have some really easy ones, intermediate ones, and some that take a little while, and they're cooked frostings. So please check out my channel if this particular one isn't to your liking, okay? I also wanted to mention right off the bat is that I no longer put the recipe below the video. So if you want to, jot down the recipe, hopefully I'll go slowly enough and clearly enough that you can get the recipe, okay? And I'll explain later why I no longer put the recipes, the ingredients and the directions below the video. So let's get started. First up, I like to use my stand mixer because I think it's faster for the videos and I prefer it. But you can use your hand mixer if you want. Just keep in mind, there's different speeds, of course, that you're working with. But as we go along together and make this recipe, I will do my best to explain speed levels and how long and that type of thing, okay? So first, let's start off with 1 cup of all vegetable shortening. And it can be any brand that you like. And what we're going to do is also I'm using my whisk. Now, if you prefer to use your paddle, feel free to do so. I like to use the whisk because I think it aerates it. I think it helps to add more air and creates a fluffier type of product or frostings. But again, that's up to you whether you want to use your paddle or use the whisk, okay? And now I'm just going to spend a few seconds in breaking up the solid shortening, smoothing it out, that kind of thing. I'm also going to warn you that my mixer can be kind of loud on your end. So I'll give you a heads up every time I turn it on so that you can make whatever necessary adjustments in the sound that's comfortable for you, okay? So we've got 1 cup of our all vegetable shortening in there. Okay, oh, I won't need my towel. I'm always thinking of, I use it when I put flour and also powdered sugar. So I'm going to warn you about the sound. Depending on whatever you're using, a stand-up or a hand mixer, just make sure that you smooth it out as best as you can, okay? And I normally would do it a little bit longer than that, but I want to move it along for the video and not keep you folks too long, okay? The next thing we're going to be putting in is 4 teaspoons of almond extract. I like the almond because of it being clear. Because I like this buttercream to look clear. Now you can of course buy clear vanilla if you prefer, or you can use regular vanilla if you don't mind that little bit of a tinge of color. But I think the almond adds to the taste. I have a preference over vanilla. So, but again, everybody's different, and recipe comes out great whether you use vanilla or you use the almond extract that I just did. The next thing you're going to put in is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And what you'll want to do is just to combine the almond extract and the salt just for a few minutes or so. Again, I'm going to do a few seconds because of the video. Warn you about the sound. And you're going to probably be more at like a medium speed. I just raise it up again to move things along. Okay, the next thing that you're going to need, of course, is 4 cups of powdered sugar. And go ahead and sift it. Okay, and I just forgot to take my milk out, so sorry about that. I like to just put it in a cup and have it ready. 4 cups, and we'll put about a cup at a time as we do this. And you just want to, beat it together where it starts to have like a crumbly type of mixture to it, okay? And this is where I like to put my towel over, because I'm going to raise my speed. And if I don't, that powdered sugar is going to be all over my kitchen, so warn you about the sound. Now, it will start to have more of a crumbly type texture to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I hope you can. And I'm going to add still another cup or cup and a half. It doesn't have to be exact. It's whatever you feel is appropriate. And again, I'm going to warn you about the sound, because I'm going to raise the speed to move it along. Of course, I gotta get in there to clean the sides and the bottom, because it tends to stick. And again, it's gonna be crumbly, but don't think that you've done something wrong. And I will tell you, it works better if you do this, in steps, rather than just throw all the sugar in at one time. If you want to do that, of course, you can give it a try, but I find the results are much better when I do it this way. I'm going to hold back that reserve, and once again, heads up on the sound. Now, normally I am working at a much longer beating period, but again, because of the video, I'm moving it along. I'm going to warn you about the sound. I might, beat it for 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe even 5 or 6. It really depends in how it's coming together. I feel too it's a lot depending on the temperature of my kitchen, of it blending. But again, keep in mind it will be crumbly, okay? But you want to have it where it almost starts to form a ball, almost sort of like a cookie ball, if you know what I mean, when you're making cookies. And I'm going to raise the sound, so I'll give you a heads up. Okay, I want to show you. It's holding together, but you can see it's very crumbly, but that's okay. And again, I want to clean the sides and kind of get to the bottom a little bit here. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to start adding your milk. And you can use anywhere from 4 to 6 tablespoons. It really depends how thin or thick that you want it. Okay, let me grab my spoons here, because I dropped them in the sink, and I shouldn't have done that. So we're going to try 1, and again, we'll just on slow, just kind of blend it and beat it in. I'm going to go to 2. And we're going to go to 3. I'm going to raise up the speed now, so get ready for the sound. Now again, you normally would be at about normal, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 minutes at medium, but again, I'm just raising it up. And again, you can see it's too, I hope you can see, it's too thick. Too thick. It still needs, milk. So we're going to put in, I believe that's 5. I hope that's 5. Warn you about the sound. Okay. And to me, it's way too thick yet. Now, if you put too much milk in, you know, you can always add some more powdered sugar to it. All right, now we're going to try this. I believe that was 6 tablespoons. And again, you'd be about medium speed, but then you'll want to increase it in your speed level once you get it all blended. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So again, heads up. All right. Now I want to show you what I have so far. And it is quite nice. You can see the beautiful peaks that are coming from it. And I probably definitely would beat this longer. I like to beat it for, you know, 4 or 5, even up to 8 to 10 minutes. It really depends on that, okay? Now, I want to show you some that I have already made. And I have it in the fridge in an airtight container. Now, when you do go to use it though, make sure that you do stir it. Now, this particular is actually, this is about, I think 3 batches that are in here. I'm actually making a lot because I'm going to be making some cupcakes for a friend for their wedding coming up. And I do freeze this. And then when I need it, and I usually use it within a month. I won't freeze it longer than a month in an airtight container. Now, it also can stay in your fridge up to about 2 weeks. And be good. So this is more than 3 cups, because I will tell you the recipe that you and I just did together is 3 cups. This is more, because I know some people are right and say, well, sure, that looks a lot more than 3 cups. Yes, it really is. But anyway, it'll show you, again, you can see those beautiful peaks and how light and fluffy. And again, I find the longer that I beat it, the more I like it. I really do, okay? Now, I have some in a pastry bag, and I have a little piece of cake here. So I'm just going to take a second here to kind of show you what it can look like. So you'll know for your decorating needs, that kind of thing. It's texture. Again, you want it thinner, you want it thicker, that's up to you, okay? And then I have a couple more pieces that I went ahead and I frosted these so you can kind of see it. Again, the recipe that we made is for 3 cups. It is a great tasting little frosting. It's really easy, as you can see. It doesn't take you, you know, oodles of time to do it, and it's really a great little recipe, and I hope you try it. Again, I'm sorry that I don't put the recipe below the video anymore, and the reason being is, I'm going to quickly tell you, because I do get questions, well, why don't you do that anymore? Because I got very tired and disheartened when people write to me, because all my videos are only on YouTube. But I see and I find my work being pinned and posted on different sites. People have written to me or asked a question and I can't answer them. So it's just not worth the time anymore for me. So I hope that I went slow enough and again clearly enough that you got the recipe, that type of thing. If you do try this recipe, boy, I'd love to hear from you. So, but write to me, and remember, my videos are only put and displayed that I put on are on YouTube. So I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. I hope you give this little vanilla buttercream recipe and with the almond extract. I really think you're going to like it. So stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.